The U.S. Senate votes to delay the transition to digital TV. You may not be able to use your camera phone incognito anymore, and porn goes 3D. It's Tuesday, January 27th. I'm Natalie Del Conte, and it's time to get loaded. The big transition to DTV, or over-the-air digital television, will likely be delayed. Last night, the U.S. Senate voted to delay the transition from February 17th to June 12th, giving tardy viewers an additional 4 months to either switch to cable or satellite or get an analog to digital converter box. The Nielsen Company estimates that nearly 6.5 million households still receive their signals over rabbit ears. The legislation now goes to the U.S. House of Representatives for consideration, so we can waste a whole lot more time and money on public service announcements. Apple's iLife software suite starts shipping today. This is the bundle that includes iPhoto, iMovie, iDVD, iWeb, and GarageBand. There are several updates in iLife 09. In iPhoto, you can now organize photos by events and geotags and also use face recognition. iMovie has video stabilization and animated travel maps and advanced drag and drop. And GarageBand has music tutorials from famous musicians such as Norah Jones and Sting. The software costs $79. Microsoft officially launched some software today too. Internet Explorer 8 came out of beta. It of course isn't a new release, it's been out for a while, but the unbeta version has a few changes. It has an in-private browsing mode that's so popular among the browsers these days. This means you can look up something like hemorrhoid relief without anyone ever knowing about it. It also is supposed to be faster, particularly in startup time, and there's an awesome bar just like in Firefox, which presents URL suggestions when you start typing one in. This Apple and Palm Pre-Rumble is getting interesting. The two companies have been press statement fighting for patents over multi-touch. Apple has been threatening legislation if the upcoming Pre has too much iPhone-y multi-touch, and the Pre says, we're ready. Well, it turns out Apple landed some patents for very specific multi-touch gestures last week. Only days after the Pre was announced, Apple received these patents. Could that be a coincidence? The patents were in the name of Steve Jobs, Scott Forstall, and others at Apple. They include things like pinch to zoom and swipe to scroll. Maybe I should eat my words from yesterday that there won't be a big legal battle on this one. Looks like I might have spoken too soon. If you have a few too many adult beverages and go posting obnoxious comments on YouTube videos, you can now right that wrong when you sober up. That's because YouTube has added the ability to delete comments that you make on other people's videos. This is part of the abuse and safety tool. Previously, you could only delete comments that were made on your own videos. Now you can delete comments you make on other people's videos, and to do this, go to the text comments section below the video and click Remove. Or if you're one of the trolls who writes sexist and misogynistic comments on my YouTube videos, I'll take care of that for you. Virgin Mobile has partnered up with the Susan G. Komen Foundation to launch a pink phone that raises money for breast cancer. The pink Flare costs $30, and when you buy it, $5 will be donated to breast cancer research. And of course, you have to be on Virgin Mobile. Normally, I don't like pink gadgets, but this is one that I can get on board with. You never really know when someone's snapping a photo of you. New York Representative Pete King wants to change that. He has reintroduced the Camera Phone Predator Alert Act. It would require camera phone makers to put a snapping sound into the photo function so that camera phones can't just take pictures in silent. The bill was first introduced in 2007, but nothing ever came of it. Like most legislation that aims to regulate technology, the bill does not seem like it was really thought through. It wouldn't apply to regular digital cameras or even video capture, just camera phones. And it also isn't retroactive, so the millions of camera phones already in use wouldn't be affected. But it's not a terrible idea. Japan and South Korea already have similar laws in place. I don't want this though. I take pictures all the time of crazy things or people that I see in New York and then send them to my sister, like women who walk out of the bathroom with toilet paper on their shoes. Hulu has forked out the big bucks for a Super Bowl commercial, so be on the lookout for that sometime between pork rinds and heartburn. When Super Bowl 43 airs this Sunday, Hulu will try to raise awareness about its existence to the masses. Of course, the Super Bowl is on NBC, and Hulu is partially owned by NBC, so they must have a discount on commercial airtime, but I'm sure they forked out some big money for a fancy ad firm to write the commercial. Caroline McCarthy from News.com received an email about this. It said, during Super Bowl 43 this Sunday, look for the launch of Hulu's ad campaign. Finally, we'll reveal the secret behind Hulu. I didn't know there was a secret behind Hulu. Caroline McCarthy speculates it could be one of the following. 1. Hulu is The Matrix. 2. Hulu is Luke Skywalker's father. Or 3. Hulu is people. I vote all of the above. One of the major takeaways from CES is that 3D is all the rage, so it shouldn't be all that surprising that the adult industry is going to utilize this technology. It's a little terrifying, but not surprising. According to Gizmodo, filmmakers in Hong Kong are working to put out the first 3D adult film with a shooting budget of $4 million. It will be in Chinese, and the title is 3D Sex and Zen. You'll notice we didn't have any cutaway illustrations for this story. It should be obvious why. Those are all your headlines for today, but I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. I'm Natalie Del Conte with CNET TV, and you've just been loaded.